Say they like running for fun. The University of Houston track team is very dedicated to running and have so much love for what they do. The track team have many Olympians as coaches, such as Leroy Burrell, Carl Lewis, and Debbie Ferguson. They want to be able to share their Olympic dreams with their track athletes. 3 athletes from the men's team had the opportunity to compete in the Olympic trials. Let's get an inside look at what practice looks like. The University of Houston track athletes practice every day for about 2.5 hours. The coaches put together a variety of workouts they feel that will help their team make it to nationals and maybe even the Olympics. On top of practicing every day, they have to lift 4 times a week. The athletes have to be very dedicated and stay motivated. Even when they feel like they want to quit, they have their coaches and other teammates to keep them going. So Coach Burrell, as a former Olympian, what advice do you give to your athletes?
Just in general, just try to be the best you can be on a daily basis. And when it comes to whatever you're doing, your student attributes, your student activities, your training activities, outside of track and field activities, just give it your best effort.
I'm here with assistant track coach Debbie Ferguson. How do you motivate your athletes?
Sometimes it's very difficult, sometimes it's very challenging, but on days that we work hard, it's good to work hard, but also on days good to have a little bit of fun. So, being in the process where I was able to go through all this myself and trying to share my experience with them, where I've done it, I've had all the headaches, I've had all the troubles, to pass it on to them, that's what it's about, but you could overcome it and be triumphant. So try to share that with my athletes.
I'm here with Samaya Samuels, a freshman on the University of Houston track team. So Samaya, how does it feel to be a collegiate athlete?
It feels really good. I've been running track for a long time since I was 8 years old, so being able to compete at college level is a really great thing. It's the next step in my career, and I'm so excited.
So what are your goals for this season?
My goal is to break the junior national world record, and also I want to, of course, go to NCs with my team and possibly win.
How does it feel to have Olympians as coaches?
It feels really good because it gives me a lot of encouragement, because if they can do it, I can do it, and getting coached by Olympians also kind of pushes me to become like them one day.
I'm here with Mandy Nolan, a senior on the University of Houston track team. So Mandy, after being here for 4 years, what do you feel like you most improved on?
I feel like my mental process got stronger from my freshman year. I feel like I'm more mentally strong on the track, especially my event. It's really a mental race, so I feel like that's something I got to be prepared for.
And what race do you run exactly?
A 400-meter dash.
And what is your goal for this season?
This season I plan to run a 50, and I also want to win conference this year, so look out for me.
So being in college, what is one thing that you'll take away from this experience?
Discipline. I feel like track taught me a lot of discipline in life, just being mentally strong, tough, and keeping your mind strong through everything.
The athletes are taking their coaches' techniques to better themselves and better the team. Being at their practice, I can feel the team chemistry and energy. Even though running can be very tough, they motivate each other and stay positive and continue to look at the goals they set. Hopefully we can see the University of Houston track team have great success this season. It's very evident that these athletes are on track and very motivated to compete at the highest level. On the count of 3, clap it up.
Started with Bria Carter and a ministry dedicated to University of Houston competitors, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Bria?
The University of Houston has many on-campus activities for students to participate in. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes is an organization that brings athletes closer to their faith. Jordan Washington is one of the leaders for Fellowship of Christian Athletes here at the University of Houston. Vanessa Almager is a student athlete here that participates in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Jordan and her husband Kevin are some huge motivators for the athletes and are always there when people need someone to talk to. Let's get an inside look at what Jordan and Vanessa do with FCA. So FCA sounds like a great organization. Can you tell me more about what FCA is?
Sure. It's a nonprofit organization that's actually all over the United States and international as well. And what it looks like for the Houston area is that there's staff members like myself that serve high schools and middle schools all across the city. But for my husband and I, we just serve the University of Houston, and so our goal is to minister to the coaches and athletes that attend U of H and serve them in whatever capacity that might look like for them.
So what does a typical FCA session look like?
Sure, we have different kinds. Monday night we have what is called a huddle, and basically that's open to all athletes and non-athletes if they're interested, and it's an opportunity for them to fellowship and build community with food, of course, and music and games and a message. And I mean, as athletes, they are with their team all the time. They eat with them, they sleep with them, they practice with them all the time, and so there's a certain grind, like you just kind of get it. And it's nice for a soccer player to know a volleyball player on a personal level, or a volleyball player to know a softball player or a football player. And so it's an opportunity to be with other people that understand the grind, but you're not with them all the time. And then we have Bible studies and one-on-one meetings and things like that. So
how do the athletes influence your life?
Oh gosh, where do I start? I mean, from music to Snapchat to what's new to just different worries that they have. It's from different heartache to just different joys that they might experience, whether it's on the athletic field or personally or the school. Yeah, they influence us, my husband and I, greatly just because we get to do life with the athletes. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah.
So Vanessa, you're a soccer player here at the University of Houston, and you participate in FCA. So what is your perception on Fellowship of Christian Athletes?
Well, like Jordan said, it's definitely hard work to be a student athlete, and when we're competing with our teammates, it's great and it's kind of difficult. So having Fellowship of Christian Athletes on campus is great because you have an outlet to go and talk to other people on different teams. You get to build relationships with people that aren't on your team. And so it's great to have that bond with one another. And like I said, they provide that opportunity, and it's nice to go and relax and learn about the gospel and love others around you.
So you're from Dallas. So how does it feel to have a family here in Houston with FCA while you're far from your family that's in Dallas?
It's very comforting. I love my family in Dallas. I rarely get to see them, maybe like once a month. So it's nice to be able to see their smiling faces every day, and to have someone you can go to if you're going through any difficulties, or even the great aspects of your life. You get to share them with people that actually care and they love you.
So how long have you been participating in FCA?
Since I was a freshman, I came to a few events as a freshman. Mm-hmm. As a sophomore, I started getting more involved, and I started to, I guess my eyes were open to the great community. So I came to maybe like every FCA event as a sophomore, and they saw that and we spoke, and they offered me a leadership position.
So for students that want to participate in FCA, what day and what time is Fellowship of Christian Athletes?
What day and what time? Mm-hmm. So we do Monday huddles, like you said, at 8:08, and we do Thursday Bible studies at 8, and then if you're a student officer, then you meet on Sundays. We have weekly meetings.
Well, that's all the time we have today with Jordan and Vanessa. They would love to see you all here participating with FCA, and we wish you guys great success with Fellowship of Christian Athletes. They can be followed on Instagram at UH_FCA. For Video Workshop, I'm Bria Carter.
I'm EJ Gomez.
Houstonians have many reasons to love their city. The diversity, our Tier 1 university, the vibrant art scene. But whether you call it Space City, H-Town, or the Bayou City, it's home to us. Let's explore it together. This is Video Workshop.
Movies are, a film script is in a constant stage of revision.
Hello, I'm Dominique Soxta.
Hello, and welcome to Video Workshop. I'm your host, Bria Carter. Join us today as Gabriela Garcia gets a workout at Discovery Green's Zumba class. Have you ever seen how a cartoonist does their job? Marissa Cummings will sketch that out for you with the Daily Cougars Tamora Khan. Alexander Beauvais talks to Dr. Michelle Barton, Dean of UT Grad School of Biomedical Sciences. Have you ever wanted to adopt a fur baby but didn't know how to go about it? Andrea Mendoza goes to CAP, Citizens for Animal Protections, to find out. And then we'll let the dogs out as we visit the Danny Jackson's Bark Park. We've got an action-packed day ahead, so don't go anywhere. Let's begin with Cynthia Guerrero and 104.9's hit DJ El Chamo. Cynthia? We hope you enjoyed looking around Houston with us at some of the things that make the city shine bright. I'm your host, Bria Carter. Next week, we'll visit a tattoo parlor and find out how Houstonians prefer their ink. Houston's Dean of Movie Critics, Joe Layden, will join us to talk about a life spent among Hollywood actors, directors, and the stars of the silver screen. Speaking of movies, push aside that movie popcorn for some delicious enchiladas as our Modern Hernandez talks to us about life spent in a restaurant business. And we'll work off some of those calories as Quinn Hope tells us about a new fitness trend that will keep you in shape and keep you cool with indoor soccer. Most of us think that they're just for Christmas, but Jessica Corn will show us how reefs are occasions for all year round. But right now, let's join the Video Workshop gang as they visit the Danny Jackson Bark Park. We'll see you next time on Video Workshop.